Everybody going through divorce wants to know what alimony is. So in New York, we stopped using the term alimony because it has such a negative notation. We now call it spousal support or maintenance. Those are the terms that we're going to use. We have two types of spousal support in divorce. We have temporary spousal support, which is paid during the pendency of the divorce proceeding and before the conclusion. And then we have post-divorce spousal support, which is the spousal support that, if it's awarded, would be paid starting after the divorce is settled and resolved for a period of time. Temporary spousal support is paid throughout the divorce proceedings and is typically paid by the payor spouse or the higher earning spouse to the lesser earning spouse or the non-money spouse, the spouse that maybe is not working and isn't able to self-support themselves throughout the divorce proceedings. In New York, we have two different formulas. So we have a formula that the court would apply for temporary spousal maintenance. And for after the divorce proceedings are over, when they're resolved, there's a different formula that the court would apply for post-divorce spousal maintenance. I get asked the question all the time, how much spousal support do I need to pay and for how long? So the answer is it's based upon your income. It's based upon both your income and your spouse's income. There's a formula that we'll put in the information to the formula, figure out how much it's going to cost. And that number that we get, we figure out how much you're going to pay for a certain period of time. And so the next question after figuring out if there's a number, how long are you going to pay for? So that's a duration. And that's typically based upon how long the marriage has lasted. There are some general guidelines that the courts use to determine how long. We also can use that even if we're going to settle the case outside of court. We can use those same guidelines and it becomes a negotiation for how long the spousal support would be paid for. Typically, when a spousal support award is granted after divorce is finished and resolved and the payment and the duration is all worked out, can it ever be modified in the future? It can. If there's a substantial change in circumstances of the payor spouse, maybe their finances have changed or their job has changed and their income has changed. So these are reasons to go back into court and try to modify the spousal support number. Usually in New York, we do see that the courts are awarding spousal support if application of the formula results in a positive number. Now, you might be wondering, well, is it going to be too much? Can I afford it? So the answer I can give you is that these are formulas that were created by our state legislature. They came up with the formula, they evaluated what number this is going to come out with. And according to our Congress people in New York, they feel that the number is a fair number. It's a percentage of what you're already earning. So you should be able to make these payments and it would lead to the appropriate number. If you have additional questions about spousal support or maintenance in New York, please contact Sabra Law Group for a consultation.